Well, hello, Watcher. How you doing? My name's James, or Amble and Flow. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll know that I've just completed the Foxway. It was a 40-mile circular hike around Guildford that flirted with the villages and towns that surround Guildford. I did it in 2 days, so I did 20 miles a day, and the start point is about 4 miles from my house. So I did 24 miles in 2 days, and this is the gear I used for that. I've been working away, chipping away at trying to get my gear super light to sort of like through hiker sort of standard. It's not quite there yet, but it's nearly there. So down here's my atom pack, but we'll start with what I wore. So on the actual day I had a buff, one of these, and the one similar to what I'm wearing now. This was obviously double teamed up as my mask. I had the choice of all through hiker beanie, the Carhartt beanie. Then I'm lucky enough that I have got myself a Senchi Designs Alpha Direct fleece. This is the warmest one they do. It's the thickest fleece. It weighs pretty much next to nothing, somewhere around the 200 gram mark. Super breathable, super warm, awesome piece of kit. So I was wearing that as my mid layer. Underneath that I had a combination of a high wick t-shirt, just a cheap one off the internet, and a merino wool long sleeve top from Decathlon. Generally that was on top of that. I bought the t-shirt because it was scheduled for hot weather. Never really got so much hot weather, and I just didn't want to have this in there, so I just wore it, and then I could take this off, or mix and match my layers. So t-shirt and merino wool underneath Essential Designs. On the shorts, we have some Lululemon shorts. These are incredible, these shorts. They're not the cheapest. They've got sewn in like boxer short style liner, so really good for chafing. I have got no chafing in these at all since wearing them. They're not the cheapest, but worth every penny. I'm probably going to do a review on these in themselves in the future. Sock wise, I just had some smart wool socks. The other one's in the washing machine monster somewhere. Yeah, just some smart wool socks. These are, I wear these for most. I don't really like the colour, if I'm honest. They remind me of my school socks, but they do the job. Lone Peak Ultra 4s on my feet. Mega monster things. I'm a size UK 13, so these are enormous. A bit hard to find in my size. I'm not a massive fan of the colour, but they do the job. Real grippy, and they've got all the attachment points for gaiters and all the rest of it, should you go down that route. So the pack itself is the Atom Pack Custom 40 to my spec. The pink is not a standard Atom thing, that's something I put on myself. I'm a black and pink fan. It's sort of, there's a theme with all of my gear, it tends to be black or pink. But let's break it down. So on the top here, this is just the Decathlon foamy mat. I went for the Decathlon one over the Thermarest one because the Decathlon one is about £25, and actually it's a better R value than the Thermarest. So it was a no-brainer. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world because I'm a side sleeper. This is one of my pieces of kit I'd like to upgrade. Moving on to the side, I've got the UK Smart Bottle of Choice. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but I've got 3 of these. I carry 3. I'm a big water guzzler. I drink about a litre, which is one of these, just in the morning, just before I even do anything. So I generally carry 3. I'd like to try and get 2 1.5 litre ones if I can. And potentially I'm going to change my water filtration system in the future, so these might not even appear in the future loadout. So there's 2. On the other side is 3. The only camera gear I took this time with me was my phone and this tripod. This is a GoPro tripod that I've got a GoPro to phone adapter on the top. It's not an official GoPro tripod, but it's an awesome piece of kit. I'll leave a link in the description. It's an Amazon jobby. It's got a stand and it extends to like mega, and then you can even attach your phone here for when you're doing like vloggy GoPro-y stuff. But compared to the GoPro version of that, it's longer, lighter, and a downside cheaper. So again, awesome little piece of kit. A trekking pole, I only need 1. I sometimes carry 2, but I generally only need 1. I've got this Sanoki who knows how you pronounce that company. The only people who know is them. Mine's the cork handle carbon fibre, came from the States, and I've got some duct tape on it too. It extends to 142, which is what my Ultraplex tent needs. That's the two side pockets done. And then moving around, these two pockets on the top here, one would house my hat. Yeah, believe it or not, I can get that stuffed into there. That would sit in there nicely. And the other one would house my phone, which I'm currently recording on. That's an S10. That would slot into there. In the waist belt, I've got gloves, just cheap Decathlon gloves, audio headphones, just the ones that came with my phone, a knife, French Opinel. I know it's a bit overkill, but like I like this knife. You can do everything with it, apart from open a tin of beans. On the other side was a bit of Vass for your lips or downstairs, a bit of Body Glide for downstairs, and the old Nightcore, famous, everyone's got one. I've not done the cable conversion thing, not really sure I'm into that. Just leave it like that, it's quite comfortable enough for me. The old faithful Nightcore head torch. Now that's all the external pockets. Oh, and I have got a Garmin as well. The trouble with this Garmin is the battery on it's pretty naff, so it will do a day and then it died, so I won't be taking this again because it was pointless. Into the actual main, oh no, we've got the front. So the good thing about this webbing is, you see in my picture I posted today, I've got something hanging off it. It's perfect for your litter or waterproof or something to stuff in there. But behind it in the Dyneema stretch pocket, I've got a spare zip plastic bag, just to spare one of those. My waterproof of choice, which is currently the Decathlon MH100 rain jacket. It scrunches right down, look, it goes to nothing, like just a bit bigger than a tennis ball, and it's actually folded up in its pocket as we speak, so that just unfolds like so. I'd like something nicer and a bit more expensive, but I can't justify the price because that was £14 and it keeps me dry, so you know, happy days. Next is the water filtration, Sawyer. I still use the plastic thing, I haven't upgraded this yet. Next up is poop kit, just in a little Dyneema dry bag. All I've got in here is spade, loo roll, and there's a hand gel sanitizer in there as well. And then last but not least is the groundhog pegs. Again, they just live in a Tesco's bag. I've got 4 big ones. Show you 4 big, 5 mini. Into the actual bag itself, unrolling, two little poppers here and there. So on the very, very top, I've got my pillow. Again, you're going to see this a lot, but it's just a Decathlon cheapie. I'm not sure I'm going to upgrade it. I might do, but it's just a pillow. I don't need to spend 50 quid on a Sea to Summit pillow when this does exactly the same job. Might be lighter, might be better, but who knows. My wife's just walking past behind, hence why I'm telling her to be quiet. Map of choice. So this was the map for the route that I did. This was quite tatty because it's where I live and I use it all the time. My food bag was my tent bag, and I was cold soaking, so I had the cold soaker tub. This is just a what's it called? Not ice cream, the stuff that's like ice cream. Sorbet tub. Get it in all supermarkets. I had a few bottles of these. Slow gin, Dutch courage. Yeah, but anyway, tent bag, food bag. First aid kit. In here I have got a heat patch because I've got a bit of a dodgy back, some patches, various tablets, ibuprofen, paracetamol, kids toothbrush, no, smaller lighter, this stuff here which is nappy rash cream, perfect for chafing if you ever get any of that sort of stuff. I've got a sewing kit. What else have we got in here? Some KT tape. Some special snazzy water like they have in the hospitals if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a massive gash. Spray, happy days. And then last but not least, where are they? These. Honestly, they're nothing dodgy, they are just toothpaste tablets, but whack one of those in your mouth, give it a scrub with your kid's toothbrush, happy days. Oh, and a bit of plaster tape as well. But yeah, that is my first aid kit. Next up was electronics. I just had an old S8 phone which I loaded a couple of films onto just to watch in the evening, and I had a 5000 Anker battery. Now this is something I want to upgrade to the Nightcore, but another bid for that one. Next up was the Decathlon Puffy. Again, this just folds into itself. These are about 35 quid. They appear in lots of bids. Super lightweight, super cheap, super warm. Really, really good piece of kit. If you're ever in Decathlon, get yourself one of those. And then I sort of had this bag here, which was like emergency use. I had my sealskins, which are waterproof socks. I had a pair of just cheap, lightweight running trousers, legging things again from Decathlon. And I had some horrible, nasty old man running shorts, which I intended to have a wild swim in because they were light and tiny and don't weigh anything, but the wild swim didn't have them. But yeah, that's what that bit was. And then this gets onto the nitty gritty. One Z-Pax Altaplex tent, one man, 400 and something or other grams, lovely jubbly. And then at the very bottom, in just a clear plastic bag, basically I got from a hardware store or a DIY. Got some more socks because it was cold at night. I've got some fleecy trousers to sleep in. I've got an icebreaker thermal lash. Oh, it was so nice to sleep in. Thermal. And then the quilt of choice is the Valley and Peak classic 5-degree quilt. Synthetic, not down. Oh, and there's one more thing poking out here to say hello, my spoon. Spoon, fork, long handle, you know, everyone's got one. And that's it, man, that's it. That's all my gear I carried on the Foxway. Base weight was about 4.5 kg in the end. With food, etc., it came in at just around the 9 kilo mark. I could have had it to about 4 kilos, but I popped in a few extras like the extra socks and the S8 with the films on. I'm aiming probably next time to get it closer to the 4, but still have some luxury items, so I want to do a few swappies, and we'll go from there. Anyway, if you like that, give us a like, sub, all that jazz, and I might do another video another day, one day, who knows. Anyway, thanks very much, take care.